As a nation, if at all you don't take care of God's people, or even if you're not taking care of them, but if you actively abuse them, and over and above God's people having a hard day in your land, if you are abusive towards born again or lack thereof, poverty-stricken people, if you're just horrible to the poor, if you're just horrible to the weak, if you're just horrible to the lowly, wherever they might find themselves, be they God's people or not, as a nation you will not thrive. Listen, it's just not going to give. The Lord will not maintain power and favor in a land that is not pampering and taking care of, not so some pampering is a strong word, but shielding from the elements his people. When his people are enduring hardship, and when in that land there is also just whole-scale abuse of the poor, the lowly, be they born again or not, the favor of the Lord will lift from that land. It happened in Egypt. As soon as they turned their faces away from God's people, they lost it. In Babylon, God's people were in captivity, but the reason why the Lord thrived Babylon in the first place, and even after Nebuchadnezzar ate grass for 7 years, was because the people of God over there were able to build and plant. They were not kept in dungeons and caves and whatnot. They were not mistreated the way that the Egyptians, for instance, mistreated them. And so God thrived Babylon. But if you are going to, never mind, contribute to the sorrow of the suffering of people, but by omission, essentially leave them out on a limb, but you're like a superpower, like Babylon was a superpower, like Egypt was a superpower, God is going to take that away from you. Listen, Donald Trump has just made a most horrible decision to lock out all third world migrants in from his country. And the majority of Christian persecution in this world is literally from the third world. It is from the Middle East. It is also from Africa. The majority of horrible, wholesale, broad-scale genocide of the body of Christ is in Africa and the Middle East, the two places of which are third world. He has shut out Jesus from his country. That's what he has done because of refusing to do careful checks and balances and employing a squad, if you will, to deal, just like ICE was right, to deal with illegal migrants that have ruined his country. If he had carried on in this trajectory, his nation would have started to heal little by little. In so vetting the people that came into his country and checking them and then kicking out those that don't make any kind of sense for America, he would have ultimately achieved his goal. But instead, out of frustration, thanks to that Afghani guy shooting those two National Guard people, yes, like it would, he has literally shut the door on Jesus Christ, and it's not going to bode well for America as a country. It's not going to bode well. It's not going to bode well.